the whole thing we were just going over, right? PlayStation is going to be heading in Xbox's direction, and much sooner than later, guys, this is just the 4-game scenario. If it is, it is, right? If it is, it is. We're going to put that if there because we have nothing concrete. We have no single-player, first-party AAA games making that mark, that jump, or that even need to do so, right?
You gotta be kidding me, man. Sony came out with a whole job listing in regards to expanding their gaming division. They even said in an article that we're trying to put our games in the Epic Games Store, Steam, which they have been doing, Nintendo Switch 2, and yes, even the Xbox. What are you talking about, bro? Oh, but Sony, they still care about exclusives. Bro, what you don't understand is the fact that these games are going to be accessed through the new Xbox anyway. You might as well sell it to the Xbox fan, because if they can access these same quote-unquote PlayStation exclusives through the new Xbox anyway, well, at that point, you might as well just sell it on a storefront too. And that is the whole point of what people are trying to make to you.
Again, you're going to be asking yourself, well, everything's available on Steam anyways. Why would we spend money and resources to put on Xbox? If you have the hybrid Xbox, it does have the Steam store.
Steam is coming to Xbox. What do you don't understand? You know what, man? See, I'm starting to think that you PlayStation fanboys, you guys are living in the past. Because at the end of the day, Steam will be available on Xbox. Now you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't Sony sell it in the Xbox storefront if Xbox owners can still continue to play the PlayStation games that they can buy on Steam on the Xbox PC?
That's the point. Seems like lost money to me. And I think
how is it lost money by putting the game on another platform where you can garner more sales? More platforms equates to more money. What are you talking about, bro? Unless you want them to remaster the same old Spider-Man game again for another $10 upgrade to take advantage of the PlayStation 6 Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man remastered again. Do you really think PlayStation fans are going to continue to keep buying the same games again? I don't think so. The only place that people will continue to buy these games, that's right, kids, on another platform.
Xbox users are going to go over and utilize that Steam store with those exceptional sales and on and on. But again, the big premise here, right? The big premise here is how crazy this hive mind cult-like status is. They just took this and were like, this is what we need. This is the ammo we need. This is the fuel to the fire, the gasoline that we need, guys. Right here. Go out. Defense Force. See? Everything's fine. PlayStation's following in the footsteps. Everything's fine.
Imagine snapping your fingers like this over a $500 plastic box, bro. You need to get over yourself, man. You got more hair on your beard than you will ever have at the top of your head.
We're good. It's not that bad. Just hang in there with Xbox. It's not that bad, guys. Don't worry. Don't go to PlayStation. Don't go to PC. Don't go to Nintendo. Don't own anything other than Xbox. You can
Ain't nobody said that. All they're saying is that PlayStation is multi-platform like Xbox, and you seem to have a problem with that.
To dabble in PC. In fact, just wait for that hybrid system that's going to have the best of both worlds. It's fine. It's fine. Just hang in there. PlayStation's doing the same thing. Don't you worry. Wink. You know, it's just like they run with the tiniest bit of information. And we had previous videos, right? They took a simple Insomniac tweet where it's just a Spider-Man picture. Spider-Man picture, no definition or intent behind that, stating it was coming over to Xbox at the time. If it does in the future, it does.
See, so you don't even have confidence. If it does, it does. You know, he said that just so he could save himself. That's all it is, because you know what's all happening. You know, you just don't want to look like a complete fraud going out there telling people that it will never go to Xbox. And then when it does, then you have to go back and retract that statement. And you're still going to have to because, like I said, you're just throwing that out there so people don't make fun of you. But we already know the type of stance that you're on with this video.
You can't predict that at this point in time. The game industry is absolutely...
But I can. GameStop, the gaming prophet, will tell you that Spider-Man will be available on Xbox. It was going to be available anyway through the Steam application on the Xbox PC anyway. See, this is what you don't understand. Why would Sony gatekeep a game off somebody's storefront if they're going to continue to buy it? If anything, they're going to get more money. Because if you're a PC gamer and you have an Xbox, PC, or whatever the case is, you're going to be able to get free access to the game if you have Steam. So Sony's like, no, we can't allow that to happen. We need these people to buy the game individually. And that's why Helldivers 2 went over. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Absolutely crazy right now. I don't feel like it would. I don't feel like it should.
Here we go. I don't feel like it would. I don't feel like it should. Why? You see, you just admitted how much of a fanboy you are. So when it does happen, what are you going to say then? Let's hear that again.
It does. I can't predict that at this point in time. The game industry is absolutely crazy right now. I don't feel like it would. I don't feel like it should. Again,
now, why do you feel like it shouldn't?
We have it on Steam and PC right now.
And what is the next Xbox is going to be? Ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl. A PC. It's going to be a hybrid between the two, which means that they're going to have access to these PlayStation games anyway, even if they don't even pop up in the storefront. Didn't you see what they were doing with the Steam and Xbox integration? Bro, you people ain't peeping it, man. It's like you people want to live so far up Sony's behind that y'all don't want to see the truth for yourselves. PlayStation is third party. Get over yourselves.
I don't see the reason why it would. However,
you see? So all that stuff that if it does means nothing to me because you said, like you heard what he said. Well, I don't think it would. So there you go. That's your stance. Now stay on it. So when it happens, all these people that you're trying to reply back to, hey, shout out to VG Fight School. Shout out to all these people. You owe them an apology. I guarantee you're going to be running around like Tim Dog. And we're going to be like, where is this guy? He's on vacation again? What's going on? That's what they do. Every time there's negative news or something that completely destroys their own argument, then they go on vacations all of a sudden.
They grab everything that is not set in stone. The tiniest of breadcrumbs that aren't.
So when Spider-Man does go, are you going to do a complete 180 and change your channel? Because I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. And you people want to sit there, and when it does, like I said, I would have been making a lot of money off y'all if y'all were doing some real bets.
Bread comes to this point, it is just delusion. It's not there. It's your imaginary friend that you're
talking to. Well, guess what's also delusion? Oh, imaginary friend? You know what's also delusion? Thinking that Halo, Starfield, I'm not saying these games ain't coming. Now, let's get it twisted. I already know that Xbox is third party. So there's no reason for you to argue that with me. All I'm saying, as of right now, Mr. Imaginary Friend, can I play Halo on my PlayStation right now? Can I play Starfield right now? Is a lot of games that are available. Can I play Forza Horizon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Forza 5, Forza 6, Forza... Can I play these games on my PlayStation 5? You know I can't. So when you guys sit there and say the full slate, we still haven't seen the full slate yet, but I'm not saying that Microsoft is not potentially going to put games on PlayStation. Actually, I think they will, but PlayStation is also going to do the same thing. That's all I'm saying. So there's really nothing worth arguing.
Thing that is not set in stone. The tiniest of breadcrumbs that aren't even breadcrumbs at this point, it is just delusion. It's not there. It's your imaginary friend that you're talking to kind of situation.
Well, you did that too with Helldivers 2, and look what happened with that.
See how weird that is. But let's move on here. This one's a good one because, you know, for a short time again, Black Myth Wukong just entered the conversation again that Sony money had it, right? So that's the context behind it. They've been running with that. They were proven wrong about that. The devs, a dev or two came out and said that is not the case, blah, blah, blah. We had to take more time to optimize for the Series S and on, right? Well, they ran again with the narrative that since it did release, no, you're not going to change my mind. It is, in fact, money-handed by Sony, blah, blah, blah. Even though Sony has never shied away with PlayStation and in the ecosystem. This is why we have this exclusive content, whether it's timed or whatever the case is. They don't shy away from it. I mean, that should be red flag number one, right?
But I thought PlayStation wasn't about a timed exclusive. I thought it was about true exclusives, similar to Nintendo. That's what you PlayStation fanboys have put PlayStation on that pedestal. Now that you know that these games are coming over, now you guys can't say that anymore.
You have like Risk It for the busted can of biscuits and on, stating this stuff. But as you can see here, this is from Double Barrel Gaming. So your favorite usual opener here that we have very often. The shocking reason Xbox gamers are boycotting Black Myth Wukong. So he goes on and on about a bunch of different stuff, but he was one of the ones leading the pack of stating stuff. But this I just wanted to share real quick because it was just a simple strategy, real-time thing that he's played ever before, survival strategy, right? And that is a professional that's been doing this for a lot of years, right? We'll just say it that way, a lot of years. And he's constantly flubbing stuff, dude. This is your guy that goes out on social media flubbing stuff. But let's continue here, right? So Colt Eastwood grabbed this immediately. He didn't question it. He didn't question it. $3 million. You're not going to sit there, take a step back, and question that. $3 million sold. You're not going to question that. You're not going to immediate fanboy click in there and go, "Yep, Aaron Greenberg's right. 3 million players." You don't take a step back.
Why does this matter, bro? People playing. You know what matters? People actually playing the game. Like, I mean, I get it as to why we talk about sales. But at the end of the day, man, you know, it's all about playing games. And from what I've heard, a lot of people like Grounded 2, and they said it's a great game. That's what's important. 3 million active players, 3 million sold. Doesn't matter. 3 million people engage with the game, regardless if it was through Game Pass or regardless if they went out there and bought the game. Why does this matter so much to you guys? All I can say, one thing, if you bought the game, they got your money. If you're paying for Game Pass to play it, they got your money. That's all I can say. We can argue about what type of denominators, who's getting what, but that's for the company to figure out, not the gamers. And why would we care as consumers about what these companies are making in their budgets? Like, who cares?
Oh, wait a minute, man. Are you sure? Are you sure this thing is in Game Pass? Okay, red flag number 1. Number 2, it's in beta mode. Not a lot of people are turned on by betas, right? They like to wait for complete stuff. Only the most hardcore and more hardcore type of gamers did this, you know. Grounded 2 is selling like hotcakes. We already sold over 3 million units, right? He doubled down on that. And like I said, he had to sit there and say, Grounded 2 has already sold over 3 million copies. And then he had to
hold on. So you try to go off on Colt Eastwood like I said. Now, mind you, I'm not the hugest fan of Colt Eastwood. I don't really follow his content, so I can't necessarily say that. But all I'm going to say is this. He said, Colt Eastwood said that the game sold 3 million, and then you try to downplay it with the Game Pass, right? That's what I'm getting. Now you have Aaron Greenberg telling you it sold like hotcakes, and it sold well over 3 million units. Oh, okay, update grounding to it. It doesn't even matter. Like, why do we do this, guys? Like, why? I don't get it, man. This is why I don't have Twitter.
And it's 3 million players, a bunch of fire emojis. I mean...
I said it has over 3 million players. So the game sold 3 million, but I don't think this matters. So it sold 3 million, and the game has over 3 million players. This is stupid, bro. I mean...
Quite a bit of difference right there. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 million players is cool. That's great.
That's great. You heard the way he said, that's great. It sounded like he was about to cry. That's great. Let's hear that again. That's great.
Fire emojis. I mean,
that's great.
That's quite a bit of difference.
That's quite a big difference, you know.
There. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 million players is cool. That's great.
That's great. That's great.
3 million players, a bunch of fire emojis. I mean, that's quite a bit of difference.
That's great.
There. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 million players is cool. That's great.
That's great. The way he said that's great. Everybody, y'all don't buy games. 3 million players and 3 million sales. Y'all don't buy games. And it got over 3, and it's an update. It has over 3 million people playing. Y'all don't buy games. That's great. That's great.
3 million players, a bunch of fire emojis. I mean, that's quite a bit of difference right there. I mean, don't get me wrong, 3 million players is cool. That's great.
That's great.
Considering how many Game Pass subscribers there are out there, right?
That's great.
You know, and again, it has a decent following, and you're looking for new content.
But you was bashing Colt Eastwood for saying that the vast majority of its success was through Game Pass Ultimate, and then Aaron Greenberg said it sold like hotcakes, sold over 3 million, and Update has over 3 million players. So now we know the game did well. In its beta form.
There you go. I should hope so. You know, it did okay for an IP, but
look at that.
As far as the sales, man, how he gets it so wrong. Selling like hotcakes. Had to reword that as well.
No, it says update. What are you talking about, bro? So now you're saying that Aaron Greenberg went off of what he said. So you're trying to say that he's trying to fix it up, he tried to clean it up. No. Listen, the game sold 3 million. over 3 million units, right? Update, meaning as to what's going on right now, Grounded 2 already has over 3 million players, which means that's more people than what the game has been sold. And regardless of all that, who cares? You can tell that this game is successful. A lot of people that I know like this game.
Again, it just baffles me.
But that's
in a way. It doesn't, but it does. But Colt Eastwood,
he didn't say that. Aaron Greenberg didn't even say that. Aaron Greenberg took what he said of 3 million players, and it says it in this tweet. 3 million. It said it right here. Remember, you was talking about shipped in sales and all that, and what's the difference? It says Grounded 2 selling. Keyword, what are you selling? Like hotcakes. We already sold over. Keyword, sold. S-O-L-D. What are you buying? What are you selling? 3 million units. Grounded 2 already has over 3 million players. More than I can say for Marathon, more than what I can say for Concord, even more than what I can say for Helldivers 2. And that game is also successful on Xbox. You know what, man?
Company like to grasp on that, and Cole wasn't the only one. It was the only one I got from before a lot of the other talking heads and
You're just mad.
Changed their tune as well because they all lashed on it. Like I said,
what tune did he change? What are you talking about? He says update. He didn't sit there and say, "Oh, I was wrong in what I said. They didn't sell 3 million." He did not say that. You're saying that. You're insinuating. Like, I don't get it, man.
Hive mind, right? They all did.
I told you, every time Xbox games do good, they got a problem. Every time a narrative is broken, every day. Oh, Game Pass can't apply. Hollow Knight sold within the millions. Game Pass do this. Game Pass. There's nobody on here about buy games. Like Grounded 3, Grounded 2 sold over 3 million. Everybody gamers don't buy game. Helldivers 2 is looking out to sell better than the PlayStation 5 version on the release of when that game came out. What are we doing? Oh, but it's so more later on. Bro, we're comparing a game from a year ago to a game that came out in 7 days, right? 3 or 4 or 5, 7 days. Like, y'all ain't even giving the game a chance. They're like, oh, look, we sold more, though. Your game was out longer. Dummy.
Thing, hive mind, boom, 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 boom. Nobody questioned 3 million players right out the gate, especially for Grounded 2. 3 million consoles, or pieces sold, copies sold. Digital, whatever. It wasn't sold. But nobody questioned that. Nobody questioned that. As I sit there and try to break it down in my own head.
Well, there's one thing I do know. There's over 3 million people playing it.
Real time,
more than what I can say for Concord, but hey, I digress.
I mean, it does. It's hard to keep your brain cells when you're trying to discern and sift through this stuff, guys. It's crazy.
That's the problem. You're doing too much sniffing, and you ain't doing enough playing.
That being said, a lot of delusion this time around.
The only delusion is you, bro. You're trying to, like, make something out of nothing, bro. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. People like you, man, are just bad for the industry. And like I told you, Spider-Man is coming to Xbox. I'm standing strong on that. You can sit there and say, it is, and it ain't. But we all know deep inside your soul, Xvault Gaming, that's not what you want. Because you said it shouldn't. What did he say? It shouldn't and it would. Like, bro, whatever you said before. At the end of the day, it's coming. So you need to take those Spider-Man posters on the wall, and you see Spider-Man on his tombstone. I've been defending exclusivity, but the console wars is dead. That's why he got the tombstone behind him. Console wars is dead. Spider-Man's in the grave. Like, hey, I gotta go on Airbox. I gotta swing to a new city. Nobody supports me no more. They already did enough on Sony. I gotta swing to the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Airbox. And I think the only reason why we haven't seen these PlayStation games on Switch 2 yet, because they're waiting for the Switch 2 to get more sales. And then I can guarantee they're gonna start pumping out games for that platform. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, take care. Peace out.